If you love spam musubis, but don't want to spend all that time wrapping up each individual one, then you have to try the spam and egg bake. It's super simple, and in my opinion, a pretty ingenious way to make an incredible meal that's great for potlucks or entertaining. And it tastes exactly like your favorite musubi, but made in a fraction of the time. So today, let's break it down step by step so you can recreate it in your own kitchen. Alright, chill. Remember to wash your hands. Now first, let's make the two sauces that'll go over the bake, starting with the unagi or eel sauce, which in fact does not contain any eel at all. So to a sauce pot on medium heat, we'll combine half a cup of soy sauce with half a cup of mirin, a quarter cup of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of sake. And if you're wondering why the sauce is called unagi sauce, it's really just because in traditional Japanese cooking, chefs use this sauce to glaze over grilled eels. Now we'll bring our sauce up to a gentle simmer, and then we're gonna let that reduce by half to turn into a nice and thick sauce. Then let that cool down slightly and get that into a squeeze bottle, and we'll set that aside for now. Then for our second sauce, we'll quickly make our spicy mayo. And all we'll need to do is combine half a cup of Kewpie mayo with 2 tablespoons of sriracha. But feel free to adjust these proportions to your own preferences. If you like it spicier, add more sriracha. And if you can't handle heat at all, add just a little bit for the pop of color. We'll get our spicy mayo into a squeeze bottle, and then we'll move on to the egg portion of our spam and egg bake. Now to a small bowl, we'll crack in 4 jumbo eggs and whisk that up with a pinch of salt and pepper. Then to a large pan on medium heat, we'll add a small splash of oil and we'll pour in the beaten eggs. Cook this like you would a flat omelet, and when the bottom of the eggs is set, we'll flip it once and just finish cooking the eggs through. And in total, this should really only take a couple of minutes. Move the eggs to a cutting board and let that cool down, and then we're gonna dice the egg omelet into cubes. And if you like this recipe and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite easy and approachable Asian dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. Now for the spam, my personal preference is always to use the low sodium version so that I can better control the salt level. But especially with this recipe, as we're using 2 different sauces, I think it's even more critical to ensure that the flavors are well balanced. Now we'll cut the spam into slices and then into strips before dicing into cubes. And we want the cubed up spam to be basically the same size as the eggs we just cut up. Now to that same pan we cooked our eggs in, we'll add in another splash of oil and we'll fry the spam for 2 to 3 minutes or until it's lightly browned. Then squeeze in some of the unagi sauce from earlier, and we'll cook the spam in it for another 1 to 2 minutes until the sauce caramelizes over the spam. Remove the pan from the heat, and then it's time to put everything together. Now for sushi rice, I have 3 cups of cooked white rice, and I am using long grain jasmine rice because that's what I had handy, but you really should use a short grain rice like koshihikari or a calrose, but I digress. We'll get our rice into our 8x8 casserole dish, and then we'll drizzle a tablespoon of rice vinegar over it and give that a good mix. Then layer over the caramelized Spam and the diced up eggs to make sure that the rice is evenly coated. Using our rice paddle, I'll gently pack the Spam and egg bake down to form an even layer. Then to warm everything through, we'll just toss this in the oven set at 375 degrees for about 5 minutes. And while that's going, we'll quickly chop up some green onions to use as a garnish. Now to finish our Spam and egg bake, we'll top it with your favorite furikake, a drizzle of the unagi sauce, the spicy mayo, and chopped green onions. Serve this up with some small sheets of nori to create little hand rolls, and just like that, you've made an incredible and easy Spam and egg bake in less than 30 minutes at home. As always, the principal recipe is available on my blog for free at feedthepudge.com. And if you've learned something new or just enjoyed this video, I post short form content nearly every single day and long form recipe videos just like this every single week. So make sure you subscribe to catch my newest videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.